Harking back to the so-called golden age of adventure games of the 90s, The Corruption Within arrives with little fanfare, but will leave you mesmerised by the terrific pixel art, great storytelling, and a sense of unease. Let's peel back the layers of The Corruption Within. Hi guys, and welcome to YakWaxLips. My name is Michael, your point-and-click adventurer, and in today's video I'm going under the skin of the retro-style adventure game The Corruption Within, a dual project from Cosmic Void and Dave Seaman. If it's your first time here, I create purely adventure game videos, so be sure to subscribe for more and smash the like, as it all helps get more eyes on new adventure games. In The Corruption Within, we play as Samuel, a man who's out on a camping trip with his wife and 2 children in Victorian England. When his wife and 2 children head off for the call of nature but never return, we go off on a journey in search of them. But instead of finding our family, we face a huge creepy mansion hidden away in the middle of nowhere. It comes as no surprise that this mansion is filled to the brim with secrets waiting to be revealed, and is inhabited by strange, mysterious folk. We only want to discover the whereabouts of our family, but we're suddenly drawn into an altogether more sinister plot. Welcomed into the mansion by Lady Charlotte, the mysterious smirk on her face says it all. We may be in trouble. That's all I really want to say on the plot as to avoid spoilers. So let's have a look at these uneasy characters that populate the game. For a start, we're introduced to our protagonist Samuel with a voiceover, but once the intro is done, so is the voice. The rest is purely text. Considering his family has just disappeared, he doesn't ever really go full on panic, but merely asks politely if anyone has seen them. Within the mansion, the lower underlings from the game, the maid, the nanny, the gardener, they're all fairly open to conversation, and the way they speak really gives them a proper character. The maid, Francesca, slips into Victorian Cockney at one point, and it's brilliant. The upper classes are a lot more reserved and closed off, and we have to win their trust to get answers. The lady of the house, Lady Dennison, goes full on Bertha Mason at some points, and their eccentricities layer on another uneasy coat to the mystery at hand. There's a certain divide between the classes that works well, and it gives it a more authentic feel. Graphically, it's beautiful. The pixel art, one of the ways to my heart of course, throws me right back to the early 90s. The mansion is decorated in brightly coloured sofas and bookcases, pinks, purples, bright blues, whilst the lower floors and basement with the cooks and the maids are deeper blues and reds, much more muted tones, again really displaying the differences between the owners and their staff. The close-up portraits of the characters are also very well done, from the smirking Lady Charlotte to the angry Lord Dennison. Size-wise, it's a pretty big mansion to explore as well, with dozens of rooms to visit, from the grand hallway, bedrooms of all sizes, and even a swimming pool, not to mention 1 or 2 hidden rooms. The outside of the mansion also has expansive grounds to explore. It's full of forests, there's a cave, a huge lake, and not to mention the outdoor buildings on the land, such as the farmhouse or the stables. In short, it's a fairly big canvas, but not one where you can really get lost too much. To work our way around this canvas, we see the world through the eyes of Samuel in first person. To move from one place to another, there are small arrows in the bottom right. Click the arrow to the left, moves us to the room on the left. Clicking the arrow back takes us to the room behind us. Once in a room, we move our cursor around and hover over things till the magnifying glass icon turns up, telling us we can interact with it. Several items can be, and need to be, looked at more than once to get the information we need. If an item is available to be picked up, then the hand icon appears. Several items we can pick up throughout the game, but really there's only about 15 altogether, none of which can be used together, except for one that combines automatically. The puzzles involved are a combination of inventory based and logic. We need to work out the right combination of buttons to push, there are some runes we need to decipher and a password to find out. We also need to get each character to spill their own secret to open further locations. For example, we can't enter a room till we discover the secret of one of the staff. We then use that secret to make another person leave a room so that we can search it to find an item that we might need to open another room. It's a really nice web of puzzles that all have a butterfly effect on each other. I mean, it's Adventure Game 101. I would have liked the option to replace some text that was spoken, as once or twice I accidentally clicked to move the dialogue on and missed some vital clues on what I needed to do. There is no notebook or anything to keep tabs on who said what, so you need to listen, or rather read, closely. Several times in the game we also have to make some choices that will play out in the epilogue. None of these choices directly changes the story, but it just tells you more about what happens after the story is told. I'd be interested to see how drastic my fortunes would have played out if I'd chosen differently. Musically, it's a nice mix of Victorian chamber music, classical music, and really creepy sound effects, some of which made me genuinely jump. The Corruption Within is a great way to spend an evening. It's only around 3 hours long, but I really enjoyed every minute. There are a few scenes that sent chills down my spine, and I do have to say that some caution is advised as it can be somewhat graphic on occasion. But if you're looking for a horror thriller that combines both scares with nostalgia, then I'd recommend it. Thank you to Dave Seaman for the review copy, and you can get a copy of the game in the link in the description. Finally, if, like me, you love adventure games, come and join me and hundreds more on my Point and Click Adventurers Facebook group. I'll leave a link down below in the description. Thank you for watching my review of The Corruption Within. Until next time, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is you're doing right now, and take care. Seriously, take care.